Forex, welcome to the live stream. In today's live stream, we are going to look at all of my trade ideas, as in what I'm looking at right now for the New York Open. There's a couple of things setting up. I took a trade earlier that we had some quick profits with, so I'll share that trade with you and explain why I entered it. I'm also going to show you, like I said, a couple of trades that are, or one trade that's setting up and I like the look of as well, guys. What else are we going to do? We're also going to take all of your trading questions. So don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like about trading. And also we are going to look at the economic calendar quickly as well, because we do have some news coming out, but this is all a little bit later. So we do have these crude oil inventories coming out in about an hour and a half. But guys, as we all know, the market could go buck wild crazy when we have all of this information come out, guys, right? We have the Fed interest rate decision. Now, it is expected to stay at 4.5%, so no movement there. If it is different, you can expect some big moves, but most of the time, the interest rate is as expected, right? Most of the time. So when that is the case, it's more things like what's said in these economic projections, in the FOMC statement, and most importantly, what is said in this FOMC press conference, right? What has old Powley boy got to say? Because in this press conference, he talks about projections, where he sees the economy, forecasting for the future, and these people trade on what he says, right? I'm not a news trader. I don't trade like that, but people do, guys. All right. So this press conference is just as important as the rate decision itself. All right. But that's all later on. Now, what you might find, guys, is the market is a little bit I don't know where that sound come from, but it might, it's just going to be a little bit not doing much until, the news comes out. Having said that, I'm going to share with you a trade that I took earlier and a trade that I am in currently, right? So let's just take a quick look at the trade from earlier. And that trade was Euro Swiss franc. And this is a very opportunistic trade, right? And guys, I'll look at the live chat in a minute and say hello to everyone, all of the amigos, right? And also, guys, get your questions in, right? But let me share you with this trade, right? You can see that I took this trade earlier on, right? Euro Swiss franc sells, and we hit profit, right? And we let some money run, which I took off the table quite quickly, right? And also you can see that I am in the S&P 500 as well. And we're going to look at both of these trades. If you want these trade ideas, right, every single day, then please come join the VIP Discord. This is the VIP Discord. And it's more than just entries, guys, right? I give you tutorials, strategies. There's lots of stuff in here. So let's focus on the Euro Swiss franc trade, right? Now let's go back in time, right? So this is the day chart. And all I'm seeing, right, is a bearish candle. This is against trend, right? This is clearly in an uptrend, right? But it hasn't broken these highs. So I'm just seeing a bearish candle at these highs, okay? And all I want to do is pretty much just take it down to these lows, right? If not the low of the daily candle. This is a strategy I've shared in the VIP Discord as well, right? Super simple. So we got a bearish candle, okay? Then I drop down to the H4, right? And all I'm looking for is a H4 candle that tells me I can sell, right? So if we just play this along, right, it's gone back to real time for some reason. So if we just start the day, right? So this is where the day starts, right? This is 9 o'clock yesterday, right? So the next candle is the first candle pretty much of the trading day, right? And I have entered on that candle, right? If you look at the H1 as well, once that candle forms, we have also had H1 in a downtrend, and we've actually had a break of these lows. So it's a very simple trade. It's a big bearish daily candle. We have a bearish H4 candle in a H4 downtrend, and we have H1 in a downtrend as well, right? We've got bullish candle on the daily, bullish candle on the H4, bearish, get it right. We have a bearish candle on the daily, we have a bearish candle on the H4 and a H4 downtrend. We have a bearish candle on the H1 and a H1 downtrend. And all I'm looking to do, guys, is come from here, put my stop here, and take it down to these lows and get 1:1. And it's as simple as that. I'm just taking advantage of all of this selling that we're seeing, right? And if you think about it, guys, like it's that's not rocket science. It's just bearish, 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 sell it, right? And this was a successful trade, right? If we play this along, it stormed down, right? And this is where we are currently. So I took 90% profit here. When it stormed down so quickly, I actually got the last 10% of my trade, right? I closed 80% at this level. Sorry, 90% I closed at this level, right? And then I took 10% at this 0.9550. It's a very nice trade, guys, right? In and out, boom, done. Okay, so that was Euro Swiss franc sells. And what I'm in now, guys, is the S&P, the Salt and Pepper. Do you remember Salt and Pepper? What was one of their songs? Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. I'll push it real good. Anyway, do not rap or sing on a live stream, Tom. Note to self. And the S&P I'm in, guys, right? Now, this is against daily trend, right? And we discussed this, I think, yesterday's live stream. But, do you consider that a structure break on the daily with this candle here, right? And it is a little bit open to interpretation, right? But what I am seeing is we have a lot of room up to the moving average 20, right? We know the indices all the way down here have been a little bit overextended, right? And we've seen buyers coming back into the market, okay? Now, whether you think that is a structure break or not, what I've just said is fact, right? Overextended, bullish candles, room to move into. Now, yesterday's candle was bearish, but this is what's known as an inside candle. It is completely inside the low and the high of this candle. And generally speaking, what happens is we follow this candle, basically. So if this is an inside candle, price will basically carry on with the direction of the previous candle. So this would suggest it can go up, okay? And then if we drop down to the H4, I've literally just got into this trade because we've had this nice bullish H4 candle, right? And again, what I'm showing you guys isn't rocket science, right? We are in a H4 uptrend. We're literally at the moving average 20, right? And these last lows in here, which have held. And ever since these have held, we've had more bullish buying candles than anything else, right? And all I'm trying to do is buy this market back up to here, right, with my stop loss below here. All right, and that is the other trade that I am in, guys. I've shown you my entries and everything in the VIP Discord. I'm in this trade. Now, obviously, guys, we have big news coming out. What I want to see is some movement right? What I'd like to see, guys, is some movement to the upside, not necessarily hit target, but some movement to the upside off the back of this bullish H4 candle. And then before news comes out, you know, maybe I can really tighten my stop loss up in here, maybe even take some profit off the trade, and then have a bit of a free trade. All right, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, there you go, guys. That was the 2 trades that I've been looking at from today. I was also looking at Aussie dollar, US dollar, but this is a perfect example of not getting a setup, right? So if we go to the daily chart, again, if we go back in time, right, we are still seeing, right, Aussie dollar, US dollar on the day chart. We're clearly in an uptrend, right? You do not need to be Warren Buffett to see that. We're in an uptrend, right? Broken these highs and we're starting to get higher lows, right? Got a nice big bullish candle. And on this candle, we also have a bit of a wick, right? Which suggests we could come back up to these highs, if not back up to this 64,000 psychological level, right? So this was another trade that I was looking at, but I haven't taken this trade because I haven't had a setup. So why haven't I had a setup? Well, let me explain. If we go to the H4, the first candle I've seen today is this candle on the H4, right? Do you want to sell that candle? No, you don't, right? And then we get this candle, right, which has actually broken that low. So I would say we've actually had a H4 break of structure. So we didn't get a setup, thankfully, right? The market told us not to enter. And we actually got a H4 breakdown, right? Lower lows. And therefore, I'm just not interested in Aussie dollar, US dollar anymore, right? We didn't get a setup. And it's as simple as that, guys. You know, that's how I trade. That's how I roll in the markets. Yeah, so there you go. That's all the trades I was looking at today, and trades that I'm currently in as well. Right, guys. So like I said, we are going to look at trades. We're going to do some, like I said, live trading. I am in the S&P, the salt and pepper. I won't sing again. So I'm in this. We'll see how this plays out. Right, guys, let's see who is in the live chat. Hello, homies. Right, let's bring up the live chat. Let's see who's in. So, Luigi, the most Italian man in the world. Hi, Luigi. How are you? McFlave, where the hell have you been? I claim the first like. Good morning, everyone. How have you all been? We've been very well, Flavor Flav. Where have you been? Please let us know. Godwin, how are you, mate? Colin, how are you, mate? Jude, hi. Hamed, hello there. I'm hoping Liverpool will return to their winning form soon. Hamed, me too. Me and the editor have just stopped crying over Sunday's defeat in the Carabao Cup. But yeah, and now we got to wait some time because now we've got international football, so we won't be seeing Liverpool play for a couple of weeks, unfortunately. So we have to let that loss simmer, unfortunately. Brett, hi mate, how are you? JD Bailey, afternoon Tom, what are your views on gold? Okay, we'll take a look at that. JD, no problem. Hi Tom, can you exit a trade because of candlesticks or will you wait for a trade to hit your stop loss? Yeah, this is a very interesting question. I actually did a tutorial on this in the VIP Trading Academy and we can take a look at that. And McFlave has been trading the Brazilian market mostly lately. McFlave, are you from Brazil? Are you from that neck of the woods in South America? And that is why you've been trading Brazilian markets. Please let us know. I like to get to know the viewers. All right, guys. So let's start with gold for JD, right? I also have a friend called JD. And yeah, back in the UK. He runs a tarmacking firm and he pretty much tarmacs all the roads in the UK and earns an absolute fortune. So there you go. Right, what am I looking at? Gold. Silver, sorry. XAG. Yeah, okay, you want to look at silver. Okay, JD. Let's take a look at silver. Now, the thing with silver is I would suggest we have a little bit more room. As you know, guys, I'm going to do a top-down approach, right? I'm going to start with the weekly, then look at the daily, and then look at H4, H1 for entries, right? So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to do exactly the same. Before we do, I'm going to have a quick drink of water. Before I have a drink of water, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. I'll have a quick drink while you smash it. I've got a Greek restaurant joke, right? I went to a Greek restaurant the other day, crap food, but smashing plates. I apologize. I can hear the silence throughout YouTube. Right. Silver. We are in an uptrend, right? No two ways about it. Higher highs, higher lows. Clearly in an uptrend. And very bullish candle, right? Very bullish candle. And it has room, I would suggest, a little bit more room to come into back up to these highs, right? So on the weekly, silver is a buy, right? It's not overbought. We're not a million miles from the moving average 20. It's a very nice buy trade, I would say. Now, if we look at the day chart, right, there's that last piece of resistance we were looking at on the weekly. So there's that room that I'm talking about. And also on the daily, guys, right, we're seeing uptrend and, you know, bullish candle, a little bit indecisive, if not bearish candle, right? And then what will we see today? If the candle finished like that, that is a bullish candle. And I still think we can buy silver. The problem you have with silver, right, it is pinned against the US dollar, right? So the Fed could make price do that or do that. So this should be a trade for tomorrow, or it will just go ballistic and it's no trade, right? But generally speaking, JD, I would be looking to buy silver. You know, and, you know, I mean, just gold. You've got to have a look at gold when you look at silver. I mean, on the day chart, just look at that daily candle. It looks just like there's no sign of any slowing down. The only thing that could slow this down would be the Fed interest rate decision, right? Or something like that, something news driven. So we shall see. You know, I'm more interested in buying silver than I am gold. Because gold there's just no value up here. It's so overextended, right? And the other thing with gold is because we're at all-time highs, you have no reference point. Like if you go left, right, gold's never been so high, right? You have no, you know, previous resistance over here, right? There's nothing. So that makes it tricky to pinpoint targets. Now, when that is the case, right, and there is no previous high over here, just keep aiming for psychological levels. And what I mean by that would be, I would aim for 3,000, right? It's clearly hit that. Then I would aim for 3,050, right? Wait for it to hit that, and so on. That would be my targets, right? But you know, again with gold, not, you know, let's see what the Fed brings us today. All right, guys. So yeah, there's silver and gold. And guys, right now, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Also, please come join our trading community. We have wonderful, beautiful traders sharing knowledge, ideas. So please come join our free Discord channel. It's free. Come join it. Also, guys, right now, if you would like access to our premium trading education, check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. blueberryfunded.com. And also, guys, today's live stream is brought to you by Blueberry Funded. Let's have a word from them.
Exciting news, Simply Forex has partnered with Blueberry Funded, a proprietary trading firm backed by a world-class award-winning broker, Blueberry Markets. So if you want to increase your trading capital without increasing risk, plus benefit from some of the best spreads in the prop firm industry, then Blueberry Funded is the prop firm for you. Their challenges are innovative and sustainable with regular payouts, and their customer service and cutting-edge technology create a seamless experience. For all of these reasons, you get access to a prop firm that truly understands traders' needs and provides the tools you need for success. Support Simply Forex and take your trading to the next level. Click the link in the description and sign up now.
Okay, guys, there you go. Great promo. Go check it out. Right, back to the questions. Yeah, we are the channel that answers all of your trading questions. So, yeah, ask as many questions as you like, guys. Yeah, we've got one here. So we've looked, so Aya, hi Tom, can you exit a trade because of candlesticks, or will you wait for a trade to hit your stop loss? It's a good question, Aya, right? I must say. Now, let's try and find some structure. Okay, right, I've just sort of found this piece of structure here, right? Now, let's say you're in a gold trade, right? Let's go back in time, right? Now, everyone has wanted to buy gold, okay? Like, just everyone. Now, on the H4, right, this is also true, right? We're in a H4 uptrend, bit of a range, right? We're above the moving average 20, right? And then we see this nice bullish candle bounce off the H4 chart, bounce off the moving average 20, sorry. So we're thinking, right, this is a nice buy trade. I can buy here and I can take price back up to these highs in here, right? This is my stop loss. I'm getting, you know, a little bit more than 1:1, right? Good trade on the H4, I would say, right? Now, as I'm a big believer in managing trades. And like I said, I did a vid on this in the VIP Discord, right? But of course, you know, I think everyone should manage trades, right? Some people just set and forget. But the market is so fluid that, you know, once you entered a trade, a lot of, you know, it could be very different in a day's time. A lot of things can happen in that time. And what was once a good trade is no longer looking like a good trade, right? And we'll look at this as an example. Okay. Now, if we just play this along, right, a candle at a time, right? No problem. We're looking all right. Okay, no problem. We're all okay. It can still come down and hit that low. Still no problem. Nothing's really worrying me about this trade. Okay, I'm starting to see this level is proving pretty good resistance, right? It keeps hitting it. It's hit it before. It's not breaking it. The market is telling you that's good resistance. Okay. Okay, so we get a nice big bullish green candle. At this point, we're thinking, happy days, I'm a genius. This is going to come up to here, but it still hasn't broken that level. Okay, and then we get a candle like that, right? Now, you know, would I get out on that candle? The answer is probably no, right? Because we're in this range, right? And as long as that holds, I'm happy. But this candle is telling you that, you know, this level is here to stay, right? So what I would say to myself is I would say, like, right, if we can make it back up to this high, right, I would close this trade for a small profit, right? I remember I got in here, I would just take some profit here, right? Or, right, I would, you know, my stop loss would still be here at the bottom of the range, right? But that's what I would say to myself, okay? Now, if we play this along, okay, and even this is still holding, right? This is still holding. And then all of a sudden, you know, this level never held, and then we get this candle that takes us out, right? Now, a structure break, I will always get out on, but sometimes the structure break is where you have your stop loss, right? So in this occasion, I started buying here, right, with a view to go up here, and my stop loss was here, right? And we got taken out. Now, that just so happens that my stop loss, I will always put it where we have a structure break, right? Now, imagine this structure did this, right? So imagine we come off this level, right? We entered the trade, right? We got a nice bullish candle. I started buying here, right? My target is still up here, right? And then my stop loss is below the low, right? But imagine this scenario happened. Right? Then what was the last low, right, is actually changed. This area here has become the last low. Now, if we get a candle that breaks that level, then I would close this trade early. Okay. Now, a structure break is more important to me than a candlestick, right? But candlesticks could also get me out of a trade, right? This one wouldn't have done, right? Because the structure's still intact. But if structure had broken down, right, at a different level, then I would have closed this stop loss early. I would have closed it up here. So, yeah, it depends on the situation you're in. But generally speaking, I will close a trade early on a structure break, right? If it so happens to have moved away from my stop loss. Sometimes I will get out with a very bearish candle, right? But it's more the structure break that makes me want to get out of a trade. So I hope that helps, Aya, right? And this would have been a bastard of a trade, right? This would have literally hit your stop loss, and then look what it does. Right, and then builds back up, and then gold goes flying up to your original take profit. There's probably nothing more frustrating in trading, right? Look, and then it comes up and hits target. So that would have been one of them trades that is very unfortunate, right? Your stop loss is literally there, takes your stop loss out, and then from that point carries up beautifully, right? Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys, right? So, yeah, just follow the structure. I'm trying to think of another example here. Okay, so here's a good example, right? Yeah, so this is a good example, right? So now let's say we're on the H4, right? We get a nice bullish candle at the moving average 20. I start buying, right? And my stop loss is below here, right? Now, I'm only going to get out of this trade once structure is broken, right? So it doesn't break, it doesn't break. That's the last low, right? If that breaks, let's say my target was up here and it didn't quite hit target, right? Now, when this breaks, that low breaks, I would get out of that trade, right? So my stop loss would have been here, up to here, and we would have been taking some nice profit off the trade, but structure would have broke. So That's what gets me out of trades, basically, structure breaks. Also, the moving average 20, right? If I start seeing price come down below the moving average 20, right? Normally, it stays below the moving average 20, right? Yeah, it's above the moving average 20, breaks down below the moving average 20, doesn't come down for a while, right? Breaks above, stays above, breaks down, comes down. So there you go, guys. Yeah, but it's not one size fits all. It's all about understanding price action and reading the charts accordingly, right? I'm a price action technical trader, right? And that's what I base every decision on. Right, what else are we looking at? But good question, Aya. Right, what else are we looking at? So Flavor Flav has been trading the Brazilian market. Yes, I am from Brazil. McFlav, who is your favorite Brazilian player right now? What's his good? Ramirez had a good game for Newcastle the other night. He is Brazilian. So is Joel Linton. He is Brazilian. JD, we've looked at silver. James Pinhorn, thank you for laughing at my very bad Greek joke. James Pinhorn is looking at Euro, Aussie, dollar. Right, so Euro, Aussie, dollar. Let's take a look at this. Now, this was setting up for a nice trade, right? What a difference a day makes, right? At this point, I actually got into this trade and it was a losing trade, right? Now, at this point, on Euro, Aussie, dollar, right, we know that we're in an uptrend, right? We still are at this point. Let's get my bum comfortable. Too much info. So we're in an uptrend, right? But look at the moving average 20, right? We've got, there's lots of room to retrace into, okay? Now that's the day chart. And if we look at the weekly chart as well, we had a nice big bearish wick form at a key level. So both of these things combined, this big wick, yeah, I said wick, and this day chart, at this point, like bearish, was telling me I could come lower, right? And I wanted to sell this. Now, if we drop down to the H4, right, we also had like a pretty nice level, right? We had this, what was once support, right? We're in a H4 downtrend. Once it retraces into here somewhere, moving average 20 catches up. This could be a really nice selling level, right? So let's play it along. Let's put that down to 1. Right. And let's go back a candle. So this candle, right, I became interested in. And I actually started selling this candle, right? Pretty much got in there, started selling, put my stop up here, right? Now, looking good, right? We had a big bearish daily candle. We've got this H4 downtrend. We've bounced off of resistance. Could we come lower? Now, hindsight's a beautiful thing. I would suggest that wasn't bearish enough, right? Trading mistake, maybe, right? But that's not bearish enough. That's indecision. That's a doji, right? So not a bearish enough candle. But on the H1, right, we were getting a very strong bearish candle. Okay, now back to the H4. As you can see, we play this along and it just bang, blew this out of the water, right? It was just, and here we are now. Now, what a difference a day makes. If we go to the day chart now, remember a day ago, I wanted to sell this candle. Now, what the difference a day makes. Do you want to sell that candle? No, right? And don't forget, we are in an uptrend. Now, I don't want to sell it because of this candle. Now, the next question has to be, do you want to buy it? But remember the weekly chart, right? Look at that. big bearish candle, held on to this level just, do you want to start buying into that? And I would suggest, no, we don't. Okay. We go back to the day chart. It is looking like a buy trade, but I'm just staying out of Euro Aussie dollar. If you go to the H4, that is now firmly in an uptrend and above the moving average 20. So if anything, I would buy it up to here, but that weekly candle is keeping me out of buys. So Euro Aussie dollar has been a tricky one last couple of days for those reasons. And it's a good indication of, why trend is so important, right? You can see all these selling candles, but we're in an uptrend, right? It might not retrace where you want it to. It might just come up from here and go back up to the highs, right? Price can do whatever the hell it likes, right? But read the candles, yeah? Don't keep trying to sell it, because that Euro Aussie dollar, could come and bite you on the arse. So, yeah, not interested in buys because of that weekly candle, not interested in selling because of this bullish daily candle. I think, I know it's the Fed interest rate, but I think it's going to have a big impact on all pairs, right? So we'll keep an eye out for Euro Aussie dollar as well. Excuse me, guys. Let me have a quick drink of Evian. There are other brands. You're probably thinking, why is it not vodka? I've had to lower my intake of vodka, I'm afraid. McFlave says, nice promo vid, Tom. I did say promo, not porno. Good. Yeah, it wasn't X-rated. Hamed, dear Tom, many brokerage clients complain that prices don't even reach their stop loss levels. Does it matter that whether you have whether a broker is an A book or a B book? Now, you want an A book broker, right? There's just less middlemen, right? And every time you put in a middleman, somebody needs their commission, right? Somebody needs paying. So for that reason alone, an A book, you have less middlemen between your trade being entered and an A book broker. All right. So Hamed, A book. There's still good B book brokers out there, but A book. Shreyas, hey Tom, the 15-minute strategy you helped with the other day is working pretty nicely. Been back testing since then and it looks good so far. Thanks again. Shreyas, that is no problem. I just want 50% of all future profits that you make. If we could get this in writing. Dear, I'm laughing at my own jokes. I'm only joking, Shreyas. I'm glad that is working out nicely. Let's make it 40% of all future profits. Jude. Okay, I've got to mention this. McFlave is Brazilian and he's not into football. Can you believe it? I can't. Every Brazilian I've ever met, actually, I'll tell a lie. This guy I met wasn't into football. It's like the English, right? Everyone assumes we're into football, and we are. I think it's 100% of the population. Yeah, so there you go. And everyone, it's funny what people think of your country and stereotypes. So, I'm in quite a cosmopolitan city, right? And you meet people from all walks. I mean, literally, like I've met every nationality known to man in Dubai. And everyone just thinks we like football and drink beer. And I do. So I am your stereotypical English man, I'm afraid. So there you go. Jude, hi Tom. What do you think about New Zealand dollar, US dollar? Well, again, Jude, right? We do have the Fed interest rate decision coming out. Let me take a quick look at the S&P. Okay. All right, no problem. But you'll want to look at New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So I still think this is a buy trade, right? If we just look at the day chart, right? Where, as we know with US dollar, it's been a bit volatile, right? Okay, so that's changed trend in a relatively short space of time for the daily chart, but it's clearly in an uptrend, right? Higher lows, higher highs, right? And I would suggest it still has a bit more room to move into, and I would aim for this 5850 level, right? On the day chart, you can clearly see the real prime area for buying, right? What was once resistance becomes support. Moving average 20 catches up, right? In here is going to be a really nice level, okay, for buys. All right, so looking at the daily chart, I want to buy New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Let's have a quick look at the weekly chart. Okay, I mean, there is this level here that concerns me, right? It is a level, right? You've got support. You know, it's not as big a level as this one because this level has many touches, but I am conscious of this level, right? Having said that, yeah, I still think we have, you know, because we're coming above the moving average 20, I still think we have room up to this level, right, on the weekly chart. And the daily chart was telling us we could buy, right? Now, we just need to look for an opportunity. And this is interesting, guys, right? Because as you know, I use the moving average 20 as dynamic support, right? So if we just track the moving average 20, you can see we are literally at dynamic support, and it will be interesting to see if we get a bullish candle here, right? Now, you'll be thinking, all right, we get a bullish candle here, we can take it to these highs. Okay, but there is a but, right? There is a big but. Where? Sorry. It's a joke I use, and it never gets any laughs. Anyway, I would suggest H4 structure has broken down. We're starting to see lower highs, lower lows. So although it is at a good dynamic support level, do I really want to buy that knowing that this has broken down? And the answer is no, right? If anything, this is suggesting that we can get down to that level that we spoke about, this level that we liked. And then when we get down to this level, right, we want to see the opposite happen. We want to see price build up into an uptrend, and then we take price higher. All right. But again, Fed could go kapow. It could go kapow, right? Who knows? And look at those drawings. They look like the drawings of a madman. All right, guys. So yeah, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. I've just seen McFlav's Brazilian comment, big butts. Yes, right. Anyway, guys, yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you've enjoyed the analysis and what we talked about today, please don't forget to come join our trading community, the free Discord. Please check out our website for all premium trading education. And please look no further. If you're looking for a prop firm challenge, you can get 25% off with Blueberry Funded right now using our link. All right, guys. So yeah, have a great trading day. I'll see you same time tomorrow. See you then.